The Eagles season comes to an end today with a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 31-15. And let's be real about this. The Eagles got their butts kicked. You could tell from the beginning of this game how everything unfolded that Tampa Bay was just a superior team. They just are. And before the game, there was a lot of talk of, it might be really windy, it might be very rainy. Well, rain didn't really show up in this game. It was a little wet out there, but nothing that would affect anything. And yeah, there was wind. There's plenty of it. But didn't impede Tampa Bay one bit. But, let's get into this. I will say this. The Eagles' defense did play better than I thought they would. I was kind of surprised and impressed by them. Even without Josh Sweat, which, first off, let me just say, Josh Sweat, hope he's doing well. I hope he's going to recover. The reason why he was out, apparently he had a life-threatening procedure operation earlier this week. So just best wishes out to Josh Sweat. Hopefully he recovers. Hopefully he gets better. Nothing but good wishes for him. But without Josh Sweat, the Eagles didn't have their best pass rusher. And the Eagles were able to get some sacks in this game. Granted, they were third downs, but the Eagles were able to get some pressure on Brady and really hold up that Tampa offense for a little while. But the biggest issue in this game was the fact the Eagles' offense could get nothing going. I mean, Tampa Bay went ahead and shut down the Eagles' running attack. The Eagles were not able to run the football. And then when they had to make plays through the air, Jalen Hurts was missing guys. He was holding on to the football too long. He didn't make the plays that were there to be made. There was a play where he could hit Goddard for a big play. He didn't throw it to him. He threw to Rager, who was open, but the D-line was able to swat the ball down the line and it ended up almost being intercepted. Then there was a play late in the first half where the defender on Devontae Smith fell. Devontae was open in the end zone. Hurts was too late with the pass. It gets intercepted and ends a drive. The Eagles did not score in this game until the fourth quarter when the game was basically decided. When it was 31-0, the Eagles finally got on the board in the fourth quarter. And it was their longest running play for 34 yards. So that tells you all you need to know. The Eagles got dominated and they got bullied. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers pinned their ears back and said, we're going to stop your run, and Jalen Hurts is going to have to beat us through the air, which it was clear he was not able to do today. He did not have one of his better games. He actually looked pretty bad today for the most part. He took some sacks, he took some hits, he missed guys that were open. He was just too hesitant on his reads today, and that held the offense back a bit. But that's not the Eagles' game. The Eagles' game right now is to dominate on the line of scrimmage and run the football. And they failed to establish that in the first quarter, and they never really got back to it when maybe there could have been opportunities for them to do it. So it's a mixed bag of a game. It's you never want to see your team get their butt kicked like the Eagles did today. You never want to see that. But this is where the Eagles are right now. They are not close to being a Super Bowl contending team. Simple as that. So anyone who thought the Eagles had a chance to maybe make a run or anything like that, those delusions are gone. They never had a chance to make a run. Now, maybe if they're able to make some throws, maybe if they had some better quarterback play, this could have been a game going into the fourth quarter. But the Eagles missed every opportunity they could have had. And penalties didn't go their way either. The first drive of the game, there was a very ticky-tacky roughing the passer call, which, granted, Derek Barnett, once again, gets flagged for roughing the passer, even though this is one of those times where I don't think it was roughing the passer. I think it was a very ticky-tacky call, and they called it because it was Tom Brady getting hit. Simple as that. And Tom Brady looked off in the first quarter. There were some issues with Tampa's offense, but that penalty bailed Tampa out, and they got a touchdown out of it. There was too many times where there was an opportunity for the Eagles to get some momentum, make a play, and they just shot themselves in the foot. In this game today, Jason Kelce got called for 2 holding penalties. Both arguably are probably debatable whether they were legit holding calls, and they got rid of big Eagle plays. They had a screenplay to Dallas Goedert where he went about 30 yards, broke 3 or 4 tackles. A great run, a great effort. Called back because of Jason Kelce holding. It was like, you got to be kidding me. There was another screen later, and they called Kelce for hold again. There's too many missed opportunities for the Eagles. And Tampa Bay made the plays that needed to be made. Now, the one thing that I thought was very glaring in this game, that I feel like that if the Eagles front office is really looking at this game and saying, what do we need to do to be a playoff team? And it was very evident. They need linebackers. They need linebackers that can play sideline to sideline, make plays, because they do not have that right now. Tampa Bay has two guys in Levante David and David White who can go run sideline to sideline, and they can make plays. And the Eagles don't have guys that can do that. On the first drive, you could see these linebackers make an impact. They threw a quick pass to Boston Scott, and he got stopped for a 1-yard gain. It was the Eagles linebacker covering. He has a first down. But the Eagles don't have a linebacker that can do that, and these guys were terrors throughout this game. They were able to get Shaq Barrett back, Jason Pierre-Paul. They were all over the field making plays and really defending the read option really well for the most part. They made it very difficult for Jalen Hurts in this offense to run, forcing them to basically, they got to be one-dimensional and throw the football. They played right into Tampa Bay's game plan, and credit to the Bucs. They did something to the Eagles that haven't happened to them in a long time. They dictated the game to the Eagles, and they played their game plan. And the Eagles suffered because of it. Now, let me go to the low-hanging fruit on the tree right now. Jalen Reagor is absolute freaking garbage. Simple as that. It is so damn infuriating that this guy cannot handle anything in this league. Multiple times in that first half, he had opportunities to make returns on punts. He lets them go, they go right behind him, and they lose valuable yardage. And then in the second half, he muffs 2 punts. 2 freaking punts from Jalen Reagor. Are you kidding me? One of them ends up being a turnover. The other one was very close to becoming a turnover. I am sick and tired of Reagor. He cannot be on this team next year. He is a liability to this squad. He's taking up valuable reps from Quez Watkins and Greg Ward, guys who can actually make plays, and he's just a waste of a roster spot at this point. Jalen Reagor needs to be gone. He is trash. He is garbage. And then there's the fact, why the hell are you throwing to Reagor over Devontae Smith? Devontae Smith was open to be making plays today, and you refused to give him the ball. The fact going into this fourth quarter, Jalen Reagor had more receptions than Devontae Smith. In fact, he had more targets than Devontae Smith is infuriating. Because Devontae Smith is a legitimate number 1 receiver, and that fourth quarter, we saw Devontae make some plays. And the question is, why the hell did it take you so long to finally throw to him? I mean, if anything, that is the only thing I'm really frustrated about in this game. Goddard was able to make some nice plays, but they threw it to him too much. Devontae Smith is open, and they don't give him the ball. That is unbelievable. He is one of your best offensive weapons, and when you use him, he gets a 20-plus yard play. He makes an incredible catch on a 2-point conversion. Devontae Smith makes plays, and we don't give him the ball. That just doesn't make any sense. Sirianni's got to get that figured out. For whatever reason, is it either Jalen Hurts can't get him the football, or they're just not calling the plays for him and they're too schemed-based? That is something the Eagles have to clean up, and that is something that's been a problem throughout this year, and it really bit them in the ass today when they needed plays to be made. But there's my little rant on that. This isn't really a rant video because, Tampa Bay was supposed to win. Yeah, I thought the Eagles could win this game, and I even picked them, but weather didn't turn out that way, and the way the game was dictated to them, Tampa Bay did what they had to do. But I was thinking about right now, there is something I don't understand. Why didn't Jordan Howard get a carry? Jordan Howard, who's been one of the reasons the Eagles offense really became a run-first team, and he didn't get a single carry. His only touch in this game was a catch. Now, they brought him in on third down so he can pass block because he's a very good pass blocker, but why couldn't we give him a carry up the middle? Maybe he creates some push and, push some guys around. Maybe he makes a play. But I feel like that was a real missed opportunity early on some of those third and shorts. There was an opportunity to maybe hand it off to Jordan Howard. Let's see if he can get a first down, and we didn't do that. We went ahead and got cute with these read options with Miles on the field and all that, and nothing ever happened with them. So that's something that I do question. It makes you wonder, maybe Jordan Howard's spot in this team isn't safe for next year. Maybe for whatever reason, they didn't really use him in this game. They only used him in passing downs to add as an extra blocker, but that's a head-scratching move in my opinion for Sirianni on that one. So, yeah, it sucks the Eagles lost. It does. You never want your season to end, especially the way it did. I will say, at least in the fourth quarter, a lot of these young guys for the Eagles who played, they played tough, they kept fighting, they didn't give up. Credit to them. Devontae Smith, one of them definitely. Kenneth Gainwell, hell of a job catching the football, making some plays, making some guys miss, and he even scored a touchdown. So at least he was able to do something like that. Even Boston Scott on the 30-some yard run, they give it to him, and boom, he takes it right up the field and scores. That's good fight. There's no moral victories in the NFL. There isn't. just because, oh, that's cute, you made the game closer, good for you. Well, yeah, but, it's just good to see the guys, they didn't quit, they didn't give up. It was bad, it was ugly, but they kept coming out, they kept fighting, they kept swinging. Even the defense didn't give up too, they kept fighting too. They were able to make some run stops. They stopped Tampa on a fourth down, granted late in the fourth quarter when Tampa didn't have much going for it, but that's good, that's pride. They're showing pride where it's like, hey, we're not going to give up. The game ain't over. We're going to keep playing to the whistle, even though it was over at that point. So I will say, good credit on fighting. Remember, this is a young team. This is a team that was rebuilding and that no one really thought was going to be in the postseason. And also, they have 3 first-round picks. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Eagles are going to do in the offseason. The one good thing I will say about the Eagles losing the way they did, they're not delusional in where they're at right now. They're not thinking they're one player away. They see how bad they got beat. They saw the difference of talent out there, and it was obvious. That Tampa defense is very talented when they have their guys and when they're healthy. But the Eagles get a chance to see this is how far we are from a Super Bowl contending team. Because that was Super Bowl champs last year, and they basically brought everybody back. They got to see how far away they are from being able to compete in the Super Bowl. And that is something that it's a good learning experience. You see what the top is. You see what the best is. Now you know what you have to do in order to become that. And this offseason, we'll find out whether the Eagles will or not. It's going to be a very interesting offseason. The Eagles have cap room. They got 3 first-round picks. They have a lot of ammo to go out and do some things. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. And I'm sure the quarterback controversy will start because I read some tweets throughout the game. A lot of people are wanting Minshew to go in. They're really upset with the way Hurts played. Look, you had to see what Jalen Hurts is. This whole season was about figuring out Jalen Hurts. And yeah, he was not good today. And we saw a lot of the issues that he had earlier in the year. But the fact of the matter is, the Eagles can't win if Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball 40 times. They can't do that. Now, if he's throwing 20, maybe 30 at most, yeah, they can win. But when he has to do everything on himself, the Eagles can't win. And that's something that, Jalen Hurts has got to keep on developing, keep on progressing. He's got to improve looking down the field. Now, I will give him, he deserves some credit. There were plays where he ran, he stopped, he looked to throw. He did do that. A lot of times he would just run it and tuck it. But today he was trying to look downfield. He just didn't make the right reads. And hey, it is what it is. So those are my thoughts on the end of the Eagles season, the Wildcard game where Tampa Bay won 31-15. Once again, I want to thank you all for listening to the Process YouTube channel. If you like what I got to say, please hit the like button. If you agree or disagree with anything I got to say, please tell in the comment section below. And even though the Eagles season is over, I'm going to go ahead and keep talking about the Eagles later on the week. I'll make a video of my review of the season and my thoughts on everything. And then, maybe I'll go ahead and do a little look into the free agency on that. So, with that, I'll let y'all go and catch y'all around. Peace.